So Neil, plenty to be pleased about in that. A great win.
Oh yeah, fantastic win for the club. Said in the week, we need to try and go on a bit of a run in the FA Cup, so well overdue. I think that's the first time in 10 years we've been past the second qualifying round, so I'm not pleased with that. But more pleased with just the performance, Saw bright sparks, if you like, Tuesday night at Warrington that we'd found something, good response from last Saturday's result against the performance against Witten. Saw it on Tuesday night, unlucky not to get a result on Tuesday night against Warrington, but today I thought we were magnificent in terms of making sure our shape was right, not allowing their threat, i.e. the front three, to get on the ball early and cause us problems, and making sure that we held a good shape when they had possession and tried to counter-attack. Obviously when there was a turnover possession we had it. Thought we could have done that better, especially first half, but when we did do it we looked a threat, and it was just all about making sure that we retained the ball well when there was a turnover possession and having that bit of quality, and the goal come from that. I think it was Brisk or maybe Jack Sherritt nicked it. Keep possession out to Studge. Studge plays a lovely ball into feet, which is what we're looking to do with the two wide players. And Ozzy just does what we knew he can. He can do: get at the full back, deliver a cross or a shot, delivers a cross, and Isaac pops up at the back post. Fantastic goal, and I'm just really pleased that the players we took on board the way we've asked them to play today, and that's making sure that we're solid, narrow when we haven't got the ball, hard to break down, frustrate, make it uncomfortable for Tamworth, and hopefully have that little bit of quality in the final third, which we did.
You mentioned the wing play. A lot of the play came down those both flanks, and it was the two wings who combined for the goal as well. So
it is very pleasing. I'm a little bit disappointed, I've got to be honest, that the amount of times that we won back possession, the turnover of possession, especially second half, that we haven't shown a little bit more belief to go on and get a second, because there are times in that game when they've committed bodies forward and we could have really gone and killed the game off. Not with anybody extra than the front three. I just think that we've got good possession off Ozzy, then off Brad, and off Greggs, and off Isaac, where we could have gone and won the game. We won the game a little bit more comfortably. But yeah, you're right that the width and the wing play, especially from Ozzy first half, and from Isaac, but Isaac's obviously having to cut in. He can't really get to the byline and deliver across. It was good. It can be better, and I think there were signs of it getting better. We're a little bit too deep first half. We were almost too deep too early, playing like six at the back, and we're saying to Ozzy and Isaac, we've got to be a little bit higher up the pitch, shutting the line off and making it difficult for them to get out. And I thought first half we allowed them to get out too easily. Having said that, they didn't hurt us. Did it a lot better second half, and that's where the goal come from.
And Adam's not had much to do really. So
one key save second half, down low, again good concentration levels. Everything they did today was in front of us really. A couple of times Callum Powell left side, getting behind Studge, but I thought Studge managed him really well. He was their threat. We knew he'd be a problem, and he's done well. But everything that he'd done, we kind of managed, which was good. And like you say, not a real threat in behind. Everything was in front of us today, and our back four cope with their front three really.
Second game for Abu Dhabi after Tuesday night. Do you think he's added something?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was a bit tentative Tuesday night. Learning about his teammates, learning new things, what we're asking him to do from his previous clubs. That's not, anything out of the ordinary, but learning about us, learning a little bit about him. He's got pace to burn, as you can see. I think his confidence has probably been a little bit low because he hasn't been playing at Shore Lane, and the move to Southport didn't quite work out for him. So, we've got a lad that's got obvious ability, but he needs to pick me up. And we saw signs Tuesday, but we've definitely seen today what the kid's got. He's got great technique, pace to burn, and he's going to be a threat. It's what we've been looking for from the existing squad. We've looked at it and thought we need to add to it, and he's come in and he's done well.
Was it a knock that he picked up?
Yeah, it was a kick. Yeah, it was a kick first half. He got a kick, just a kick on the ankle, and he hasn't played a lot of football either. So you get 65, 70, 75 minutes in, and especially the work you're asking the two wide players to do against the top 5 Conference North side. Let's be honest. So they've had a lot of the ball, and it's a big shift that wing play for both wingers, because you've got to give us an attacking threat when we win back possession, but you've also got to tuck in and make it difficult for their wide players when you haven't. So all over the pitch it's difficult, but in those wide areas you need to put a right shift.
What was your opinion on Louis Briscoe's yellow card? I think, except the goal wouldn't stand, but it seemed a bit harsh to...
I think it's harsh to book him. I don't know the ruling on it. Personally, he should have brought the book, in my opinion. I don't know if it's right or wrong, I don't know. bring the play back and let Louis take the drop ball again, but make sure it goes in the keeper's hand. I think Louis was, I just spoke to him now about it, I think Louis was just trying to make it difficult for the keeper rather than just roll it into. It's one of them. If the goal would have stood, then I would have allowed them to kick off and walk through and score in our net. And we're not one for going against the rules. At the end of the day, it was a drop ball and the keeper should have had his hand.
And I'm sure I've drawn so you're not going on Tuesday now, so a week to work on something.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't know if I'm happy or unhappy about that. I wanted, you know, you're on a little bit of got a win and you want to go on a bit of a run and keep the run going, builds confidence. But I'm also happy in a way that we could do with a breather. I think that's 11 games in 33 days, something like that. A game every 3 days. It's tough, you know. And we've got players playing with knocks and bruised calves and hammies, and you know, it's just tough. And we're asking a lot of them because the last 2 weeks haven't been good. So you're trying to get every ounce that you can out of them, energy-wise and ability-wise. And it's mentally draining as well as physically draining. So we'll have a look, see what the situation is, but we'll probably have a little bit of a breather Tuesday and just everybody catch their breath a little bit, and then have a good 2.5 hour session on Thursday and work on stuff for Saturday's game.
The two lads missing today, Levi and Kieran, hoping that gap might give them a chance to.
Yeah, well, Levi has been carrying a groin injury for a couple of weeks now, and he plays, and then he's struggling for 2 or 3 days after he's been off work with it. He can't hardly walk, so that's not going to get better unless it's rest, you know. So we've left him out today. Kieran's sore. He's got an abscess on his stomach, which is sore, and he's been on antibiotics, and the hospital have told him no exercise, so he's having to do what the hospital say. So we'll just see what happens with that. You know, the course of antibiotics, hopefully that clears up.
And I'm just hoping for a good draw on Monday next round.
Yeah. It's good for the club. A few quid in the bank. Half decent gate, so that'll be split plus the £5.5 grand for winning. Yeah, good home draw. Let's have a home draw and pack the place out again and see where it takes us. You know, a little bit of momentum. Just hoping we go on a bit of a run now and start fulfilling our potential. You know, I'm pleased with the response since last Saturday against Whitton. We've had a good performance away at Whitton, and we've put a right shift in today. Energy levels against a good, like I say, a good top 5 Conference North side. We've managed to get a result, so let's enjoy it for a bit.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Neil.
No worries, thank you.
Well done.